Good morning to all of you. Dear students, as we have discussed in this chapter on equality, so you read the Om Prakash Valmiki story. He is a famous writer, Dalit writer, in his autobiography, Jonathan, he writes, I had to sit away from the other in the class. So he writes in Juthan, ठीक है, जो ओम प्रकाश वाल्मीकि की है. So after we will discuss about recognizing dignity. The dignity, it means to self-respect. Okay, when person are treated unequally, their dignity is violated. So it is important to every person to say or when he was violated or he is violated to their rights. So तो जैसे ओम प्रकाश वाल्मीकि के साथ हुआ था इन हिज चाइल्डहुड डेज. सो दिस इज डिग्निटी, इट इज़ इम्पोर्टेंट टू ऑल द पर्सन्स बिकॉज ऑफ सबकी अपनी क्या सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट है, ठीक है, और सबकी अपनी क्या है एक, चाहे वो कोई भी वर्क करे उसका क्या है अपना एक वो काम है और उसकी अपनी एक रिस्पेक्ट है. सो देयर इज वी विल discussed about equality in Indian democracy. So in Indian constitution, in there every citizen is equal to the basis of Indian constitution. But you will see in your society that अभी भी जो है कि बहुत सारी जगहों पे क्या है इक्वलिटी नहीं है, ठीक है. सो व्हाट द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन सेड टू ऑन दिस इक्वलिटी, ठीक है. The Indian Constitution recognize every person as equal. This means that every individual in the country, including male and female persons from all castes, religion, tribes, educational and economic backgrounds are recognized as equal. So all citizens are equal, चाहे वो किसी भी कास्ट से रिलेटेड हो, रिलीजन से हो, ट्राइब्स से हो, एजुकेशनल और इकोनॉमिक बैकग्राउंड से हो. सो एवरी पर्सन इज इक्वल टू the form of the Indian Constitution, and this is not to say that inequality cases to exist. It doesn't, but or at least in democratic India, the principle of the equality of all persons is recognized. So when you see the equality के लिए कुछ बहुत चीज़ें जो हैं it is established to the this recognition of equality includes some of the following provision to Indian Constitution. There are many provisions to Indian Constitution. There are many rules, which is you have to know at first, and you have to know to your rights first, that every person is equal before the law. Okay, every person का जो राइट है वो है कि सभी के हैं लॉ के क्या में इक्वल हैं. एंड what this means is that every person from the president of the country of Kanta, a domestic worker, has to obey the same laws. So कि प्रेसिडेंट हो चाहे वो काम करने वाली कांता ही क्यों नो, डोमेस्टिक वर्कर्स, दे आर बोथ ऑफ क्या है कि वो इन बेसिस ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्या है वो इक्वल हैं. एंड सेकेंड, नो पर्सन कैन बी डिस्क्रिमिनेटेड अगेंस्ट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर रिलीजन, रेस, कास्ट, प्लेस ऑफ बर्थ और वेदर दे आर फीमेल और मेल. ओके. थर्ड, every person has access to all public places including playgrounds, hotels, shops and markets. In earlier stage in India, there are many discriminated against the caste. Some people were not going to visit a hotel, temple or other of the communities areas, ठीक है. The fourth, untouchability has been abolished. तो untouchability जो है उसका भी abolish किया गया, ठीक है. The two ways in which the government has tried to implement the equality that is guaranteed in the Constitution, in first through laws and second through government programs or schemes to help disadvantaged communities. So कि किस तरीके से गवर्नमेंट जो है इन लोगों की हेल्प भी करती है टू मेक scheme and programs to form those of students, like there is a case study or important program. It is a step taken by government. So it is a midday meal. It is कि 6 से लेके वो 1st से लेके 8 तक की क्लास वालों को इन गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में क्या होता है कि मिड डे मील मिलता है, ठीक है. मिड डे मील, इट इज़ अ स्कीम 2001 फर्स्ट एट इन तमिलनाडु, एंड आफ्टर द सुप्रीम कोर्ट asked all of state governments that be organize the program in those of schools. approx 6 months. सो तो वो प्रोग्राम है, दिस इज़ अ पॉजिटिव इफेक्ट दैट ये गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स में होते हैं प्रोग्राम। मिड डे मील इट मीन्स दिन में क्या होता है कि जब वो स्कूल जाते हैं तो दे डिड नॉट कैरी देयर लंच बॉक्स एंड देयर जो उनका लंच होता है वो इन स्कूल में ही होता है। सो इट इज़ अ वेरी गुड scheme by the government because of when teacher reported that earlier children would often go home for lunch and then not return to school, but now with the midday meal being provided in school their attendance has improved. So it is a most of the important thing कि जो बच्चे जाते थे और वापस नहीं आते थे घर से लंच के बाद, सो उनकी जो है अब क्योंकि लंच उनका कहाँ होता है, उनका लंच जो वो स्कूल में ही होता है, तो उन लोगों को क्या है, दे हैव नॉट वरी अबाउट इट एंड देयर एंड सेकेंड थिंग दैट दिस प्रोग्राम हैज ऑल्सो रिड्यूस कास्ट प्रेजुडिस says because both lower and upper caste children in the school eat this meal together. So all children are equal because कि caste से gender से और race religion there is no effect to the person in the to their work because of सभी क्या हैं all because humanity is important than the caste race sex or other those of thinkings. ठीक है, Dalit women have been employed to cook the meal. The midday meal program also help reduce the hunger of poor students who often come to school and cannot concentrate because their stomach are empty. So it is important scheme. तो ये क्या है कि जो खाली पेट स्कूल आते थे तो उनका क्या है कि उनको स्टडी में ज़्यादा कंसंट्रेट नहीं हो पाता था। सो इट इज़ वेरी बेटर ये की रिपोर्ट में बहुत ही अच्छा जो है ये पता चला है कि दैट मिड डे मील जब से स्टार्ट हुआ तब से इम्प्रूवमेंट हुआ है बच्चों का। ठीक है, while government program plays an important role in increasing equality of opportunity, there is much that still needs to be done. While the midday meal program has helped increase the enrollment and attendance of poor children in school, there continues to be big difference in our country between school that the rich attend and those that the poor attend. Even today, there are several schools in country in which Dalit children, so Om Prakash Valmiki has जिस तरीके से उनको क्या क्या डिस्क्रिमिनेट किया जाता था, बट अब वो इस कंडीशन स्कूल्स में नहीं है एंड नो वन बी डिस्क्रिमिनेटेड बाय द टीचर एंड दे शुड बी treated equally, and these children are forced into unequal situation in which their dignity is not respected. So it is important, and one of the main reason for this that attitudes change very slowly. Even though persons are aware that discrimination is against the law, they continue to treat people unequally on the basis of their caste, religion, disability, economic state, and because they are women. So it is the constitution has to give of the right that all men or all women all human being are equal, and कि किस तरीके से उनको कास्ट से रेस और रिलीजन से क्या है हम डिस्क्रिमिनेट नहीं कर सकते हैं. So it is important, we have to connect it in our daily life because you will see sometimes constitution में है तो सही, but sometimes in our areas ऐसा अभी भी डिस्क्रिमिनेशन थोड़ा बहुत होता है. तो you have to connect it in the those of things in your life because it is not justice to of other persons which is belongs to the Dalit caste. So सेकेंड जो इसका है एक पैरा that issues of equality in other democracies. So you are probably wondering whether India is the only democratic country in which there is inequality and where the struggle for equality continues to exist. So ये इंडिया ही डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री नहीं है because of there are many democratic countries. For example, in the United States of America, the African Americans whose ancestors were the slaves who were brought over from Africa continue to describe their lives today as largely unequal. This despite the fact that there was a movement in the late 1950s to push for equal rights for African Americans. So it is कि African Americans, it is extremely unequal to United States and denied equality through law. So it is important to know that it is not in a Indian country, but it is a discriminated by the other rows of जो अमेरिकन अफ्रीकी अमेरिकन हैं उनके साथ भी क्या होता था, ये अनइक्वली ट्रीटेड किया जाता था. There is a little story that Rosa Parks, 1913 to 2005, was an African American woman. Tried from a long day at work, she refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white man on 1 December 1955. Her refusal that day started a huge against the unequal ways in which African Americans were treated and which come to be known as the civil rights movement. So कि जो रोजा पार्क्स हैं तो वो एक अफ्रीकी अमेरिकन वुमेन है. सो 1 दिसंबर 1955 को क्या हुआ कि वो जब बस से जा रही थी तो एक एक गोरे व्यक्ति ने उससे कहा कि अपनी सीट के आसपास बैठने से उन्हें मना कर दिया. सो उस दिन उनके उस अफ्रीकन अमेरिकन के साथ इस इनइक्वलिटी को लेकर जो है उस टाइम से बहुत बड़ा जो है मूवमेंट स्टार्ट हुआ जिसे सिविल राइट मूवमेंट कहते हैं. ठीक है, इट इज़ द सिविल राइट्स एक्ट ऑफ 1964 प्रोहिबिटेड डिस्क्रिमिनेशन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ रेस, रिलीजन और नेशनल ओरिजिन. ठीक है, सो बिकॉज ऑफ कि ये सारी चीज़ें जो हैं अनइक्वलिटी पे बेस्ड थी. सो एक अच्छा सा क्या है कि एक मूवमेंट चला. ठीक है, इट ऑल्सो स्टेट दैट ऑल स्कूल्स वुड बी ओपन टू अफ्रीकन अमेरिकन चिल्ड्रन एंड दैट they would no longer have to attend separate schools specially set up for them. So it is important that कि अफ्रीकन अमेरिकन के लिए जो अलग सा स्कूल थे उन लोगों को भी क्या हुआ, उन स्कूल्स में जाने की परमिशन थी. तो यहाँ पर सिर्फ अमेरिकन और गोरे लोग पढ़ते थे. ठीक है, तो इट इज़ अगेंस्ट टू अपने राइट्स के लिए उन्हें क्या करना पड़ा, स्ट्रगल करना पड़ा. ठीक है, so we will know about the other last thing, challenges of democracy. कि challenges क्या क्या हैं democracies में, because of कि no country can be described as being completely democratic because there are many disadvantages or drawbacks of the also because of democracy में भी क्या हैं कि बहुत सारे drawbacks हैं. So कि in our Indian country there are many drawbacks for the we will see in the democracy. So there are always communities and individuals trying to expand the idea of democracy and push for a greater recognition of equality on existing as well as new issues. So, central to this is the struggle for the recognition of all persons are equal and for their dignity to be maintained. So in this book you will see you will read about how this issue of equality affect various aspects of our daily lives. So कि in the democracy there are many challenges in our daily life because of कि it is important then to someone dignity or respect or equality. It is important to all of, and we should be respect them or follow those of things which is in our constitution were said. So इसीलिए क्या है कि एक इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ यही है कि डिस्क्रिमिनेशन और जो इनइक्वलिटी है सोसाइटी में वो नहीं होनी चाहिए बिकॉज ऑल मैन आर एंड वुमेन आर इक्वल. ठीक है, तो इट इज़ अ ह्यूमैनिटी दैट यू हैव टू बी फॉलो दोज ऑफ थिंग्स विच इज़ अंडर द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड वो एक ह्यूमैनिटी के नाते भी मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि आप लोगों से अगर ऐसा कहीं आपको लगता है इनइक्वलिटी आपको फील होती है या कहीं पर इनइक्वलिटी किसी के साथ होती है, so you have to engage those of the people which will not follow and which will not respect the other lower caste people. ठीक है, have a good day.